Right now, there are people living under the threat of war, missiles, sirens, uncertainty, and fear. And they are still waking up, still feeding their families, still building what they can with what they have. Meanwhile, you are lying in bed at 11 a.m., scrolling, waiting, telling yourself today is not the right day to start. Let me ask you something very direct. If not now, when? If not under these conditions, what conditions are you waiting for? My name is Hercules Frank Suzerain. I speak from a wheelchair with hands that do not fully work, and I show up every single week without exception. This video is about what separates the people who keep building from the people who collapse when life gets hard. Pay attention. This might be the most important thing you hear this year. There is an old saying: pressure does not build character, it reveals it. When everything is comfortable and easy, anyone can show up. Anyone can be disciplined when there is no cost to it. The real test is what you do when the world around you is uncertain, when the news is terrifying, when your circumstances are difficult, when every logical part of your brain is telling you this is not the right time. Because here is the truth: there will always be a reason to wait. There will always be something happening in the world, some crisis, some conflict, some uncertainty, some fear. The people who build great things do not wait for the chaos to stop. They build through it. They build because of it. They use the pressure as fuel instead of an excuse. History proves this repeatedly. The greatest businesses, movements, and lives were built during the hardest times, not after them. What are you building right now? Here is what I have noticed about the people who wait for the right time. The right time never comes because the brain that needs perfect condition to start will always find something wrong with the current conditions. Too hot, too cold, economy is bad, world is uncertain, I am tired, I am not ready, I need to learn more fast. This is not preparation, this is the comfort trap. Your brain is designed to keep you safe. Safe means familiar. Familiar means staying exactly where you are, and your brain will manufacture 1,000 logical reasons to stay comfortable, including pointing at a war on the other side of the world as a reason why you cannot start your business today. I am in a wheelchair. My hands do not work properly. I live in circumstances that most people would use as a permanent excuse, and I am here, recording, building, showing up, not because my conditions are perfect, but because I decided that my conditions are never going to be my excuse. So, how do you actually keep building when the world feels chaotic? Three things. Step 1: control the controllable. You cannot stop a war. You cannot fix the economy. You cannot control what happens in the world tomorrow. So stop spending mental energy on it. Every morning, ask yourself one question: what is the one thing I can control and move forward today? Just one. And do that thing before you open the news, before you check your phone, before the world's chaos enters your mind. Protect your first hour. That hour belongs to your future, not to the world's problems. Step 2: use fear as information. When the world is uncertain and you feel afraid, that fear is telling you something important. It is telling you that what you are building actually matters to you, that you have something to lose, that this is real. Use that. Let the fear remind you why you started. Let the uncertainty remind you that time is not guaranteed. Let the chaos outside be the reason you work harder inside. Step 3. Commit to the process, not the outcome. You cannot control whether your video goes viral. You cannot control whether your business succeeds immediately. You cannot control the economy or the political situation or what happens tomorrow. But you can control whether you show up today, whether you record, whether you write, whether you build. Commit to daily action, not the result. The result comes from the action, and the action is always within your control. Control the controllable. Use fear as information. Commit to the process. This is how you build while the world burns. I want you leave with one final thought. Somewhere right now there is a person in a war zone who would trade places with you in a second, who would give everything they have for your safety, your internet connection, your phone, your time, your opportunity, and you are using that opportunity to scroll, to wait, to plan without acting. I am not saying this to make you feel guilty. I am saying this because you deserve better than the excuses you are giving yourself. The world will always be complicated, chaotic, uncertain, scary. Build anyway. My name is Hercules Frank Suzerain. This is our Truth Manual. Subscribe if you are ready to build something real, no matter what the world is doing. I will see you in next video.